set the ship right here to start their trail in the season opener. Rockhurst as well getting things going. The program out of Kansas City, Missouri. And it's going to be interesting to see how both of these teams line up. Rockhurst, a team who were in their second season ever this year. Last season sporting out independently in the IVA. And they're having a very big shift in their second season, as have Vanguard in recent memory. You saw the starting lineups across your screen here tonight, and we are underway. The 2026 season starts now as Rockhurst in the first approach send it kindly across to the back row. That's Freeman. And Logan Freeman has his hand on the first kill of the 2026 season. A point which comes with no surprise. Freeman, who last season led these Lions in total attacks, led these Lions in total kills. Standout in his true freshman campaign is from the left side comes a swing. And kill from Chase Badaro. There's Nathan Jocks at the service line for the Hawks. And it's an ace. Catches the line, sleeping in the back row. He was second on the team last season in total service aces with Jocks with 22. And on the lift to Sebesma, thumps it down. It's an early 2-2 start here. Freeman has another look for VU. Jocks through the left side, the outside swing. And Will Sutphin gets on the board. Badaro rotates for his first serve of the night. 6'4" outside hitter. Sends it towards Baston. On the far end, that's Veldman. And trying to pick it up. There's Jackson Doherty, but had too much heat on it. Both these teams with minor overhaul. Speaking of the new cast, we got Grant Veldman now up to serve. He's one of the new guys. He's off target. Wesley Yusk now for Rockhurst. He's one of the new cast. Vanguard holding on to much of their starting lineup from last season. Two key departures, probably Logan Finley and Sean Wynn. As this ball comes towards Veldman, keeps it alive. Freeman forks that one out of play. Wesley Yusk back at the helm. Oh, switch up on the serve there. Nearly got the better of Baston. A look for Oliver. On the bump set now, approaching is Tran. Touched off the high ends of Henderson. And a miscue on the set. And Oliver unable to make the most of it. Thought it might have taken a touch, but it just dragged too far in the end. And that's something to look for there. A little miscue by Henderson on the set. A position that Vanguard are still trying to sort out throughout the fall. Coach Rofer said they're confident in their starting six, but haven't quite pined over who's going to have sole ownership as a primary setter. Vanguard pull one back as Micah Sebesma steps up to serve. Jocks, good adjustment. Swung hard by Sutphin. And sends it off the standing blocker. Rockhurst out to a 3-point advantage. And into the net. A 7-5 deficit now for the blue and gold. And their 7th ever season as a program. Second now, of course, as a member of the highest pedigree, really, Division I. MPSF could have another go at it this season as it's 8 serving 5 now. Tran will have a look. Oh, might have been sailing that one. Freeman took a hand to it, and Jocks on the attempt can't keep it alive. What an interesting flurry of events there. Freeman, I think Baston might have been urging him to let that one fly, and in the end, the Lions aren't punished for it. Cole Oliver steps up. A transfer out of Hope International. Oh man, that had some heat on it. Blink and you miss it. A pile driver for the new guy on the block. Back-to-back aces, wow. Has a go from either side. And either side, it's the same result. Third time too far. Rockhurst back in front. As Aaron DeRoy steps up to serve. 6'5" sophomore of Missouri. Got a lot of local guys on this team. Henderson looks for Veldman, got a good leap on it, but well kept by DeRoy. That was Spadaro, stuffed by Freeman. The man who led the NAIA in kills per set, Cole Oliver. Seems like he loves a good running start so far here inside the free. That's Veldman, who is denied emphatically. The seam shut by Sutphin and Yus collectively. Jocks to rotate back into the service line, had some heat on it, kept by Baseman on the pass. It's Freeman, and flashes past Tran on the back row. But Freeman stays stationary, back on his feet now. It's a thumbs up to the bench. Might have just been an awkward landing there. You saw Vanguard head athletic trainer Darren Voigt was immediately up and ready, but luckily Freeman was, well, he's back on his feet, but he is a foot too far over the service line. And a rare error on the serve as the Hawks tie their largest lead at 3. Sent towards Baston. Henderson, the push towards Veldman. And slaps one back on the board. And steps up now to the service line. Grant Veldman, the 6'9" Oppo. Goes into the net. He's likely to play outside and Oppo, a little bit of both. And that time, unable to strike that one across the plane. As Wesley Yusk is locked and loaded. Henderson on the back set. Veldman tries from the right side and flashes one past the back row. And a nice little switch up there on the approach from the set. Time to wind up, time to think about it. In the end, it was the placement that beat Rockhurst in the end. Sebesma back and ready to go. On the over, it's Henderson. It's easy pickings. He was so adept at that last season. It was Brock Henderson. Of course, led this team in assists, but his dynamism in that front row, able to go on two, able to be plenty dangerous in the front of the net. Micah Sebesma is beaten in his rotation to the back sticks. And we head into the media. Rockhurst, the first of 15. The Lions trail by 2 on opening. Taking on the visiting Rockhurst Hawks is the Lions trail 15-13 out of the media timeout. Vanguard unbeaten in their last 2 season openers. They took them in straight sets with last season's 2025 kickoff. A 3-0 victory here against Merrimack. Stuffing gets us back underway. They look for Oliver. He sends it back the other way. Sutphin back to serve. The man tonight who's playing in his first ever career match, did not see action in his previous home in Ohio, as that one is stumped down the middle by Duckworth. As Henderson's back to serve. High toss, hard swing, and flush too far. Give Lucas Tran a chance to get going. 6'6" sophomore. He was the Rockhurst Freshman of the Year last season. Did plenty in the IVA as Oliver cans one off the tool. They're going to keep it within a 2-point deficit. 15 now, serving 17. Oh, and a miscue by the Hawks. And they hand the Lions back within 1. Oliver's 3rd ace of the night already. Here is the transfer once more. On the quick set, kept by Baston. And the free pass from Duckworth. Jocks looks for Spadaro. And it is clattered off the right side there. That got Lucas Tran chirping. As the Hawks charge out to an 18-16 advantage. And DeRoy. Oh, not the best of passes from Baston. And Coach Marks wanted that call for the hand across the plane, as Freeman is going to turn the tide here. As you see Marks having a chat with Sergio Gonzalez nearest to us at the scorer's table. That was close. Made the motion to Renee Simon, the up ref, and she was more than convinced that was all fair and square. That's Furman towards Oliver. Good pickup in the end. Takes one out the back row. And starts with this pass. Just does so well to keep that ball up and alive. And attacks it to bring us level at 18 apiece. Scratch that. It's 19-18 Rockhurst. Jocks drills it into the net. Fourth service error of the night so far for Rockhurst. They're yet to actually swing an error in the attack, however. And they stay perfect in open play. Little switch up there by Wesley Yusk. They trail by 1. They've got the 2 timeouts still to work with. But they have a hard time working with that one. It is Shea Spadaro. Leads the Hawks into the red zone and leads the Lions into their first time. First to the floor. Rockhurst take their time. They are measured and poised to pull away the set 1 win, a 2-point advantage. How quickly that can dissipate in the men's game. Got to keep some good serving momentum in serve pass. Here's Veldman, and he pulls one back. His 4th kill of the night now, in his first official game for the blue and gold. Waffles that one long. A couple of smacks here for Wesley Yusk. Launches that one in towards Oliver. The back set from Henderson. The swing from Veldman. It dances off the rafters. And it's the outstretched palms from Jocks as Rockhurst perhaps missing the presence of veteran libero, and Ryan Collins. The grad student steps back on. It's a 1-point set. Besma goes into the net. Lions have not dropped a set on opening night since 2023. Does that change now? Set point Rockhurst. And Coach Marks here, he's going to get on the serving sub here as he had his big middle rotating to the back row. He's going to have Trent Massey here. Hand on wheel to drive the Hawks into a set 1 victory. It's sent towards Freeman and Henderson. Duckworth, well kept by Tran. And that's Tran. Can't quite flip it past the outstretched hands. Serve, tied now 4-all. Transfer out of Ohio State, as we mentioned that first set. Didn't see action in his freshman season as that one crawls down towards the far reaches in the front row. Vanguard just having a hard time getting any hand to that ball in this front row. A lot of ground to make up for based in little to no time, and they're doing a good job to get hands to the blocks, but can't keep that ball up. That is a tough swing and tough adjustment from Oliver. Well kept though by the Hawks. 15th nationally in kills per set, 3.83. They work it to Oliver. And he opens one off the tool. Here comes Henderson. Off the mark. Vanguard won't get the touch.
Serving number 24 is Graham.
8 serving 5. Rockhurst level now with their largest lead of the night. Into the net from Tran. Cole Oliver will have another go at it. As we mentioned, came from Hope International, a team who played against Vanguard back in the NCAA days. So much time to think about it from both ends of the net.
Serving number 11, Aaron DeRoy.
Mr. Roy will try his luck now on his first serve of the set. And towards Baston. And Freeman on the slam down. Draws up his 5th kill of the night. He's sitting over 500 so far. In a long-standing game of catch-up. Henderson, high-flying set. And high-flying swing from Veldman. The man out of Illinois inches up to 6 kills to lead all scores. Jocks. Dragged across by Sutphin. Spadaro to have a take. And it's an ace. Well, it was Freeman and Baston, in the middle of it. They're having a chat. Freeman doesn't look too bothered. Just haven't had a key in the back row defenses. They trail by 4, trying to draw one back here through Veldman. Jocks thought about it early. He fakes what was setting up to be a potential dump. Instead, it's a well-disguised set. Unable to convert a Rockhurst. There's a little bit of mopping to be done. Veldman too far. Wow. How that's gotten across the plane, I couldn't tell you. It's Oliver who's having none of it. So Vanguard make just their 2nd substitution here the night in rotation. In the front row, it's going to be the freshman Matthew Pimentel, who is going to come on here for Duckworth alongside Oliver and Henderson for his first official collegiate minutes. Miscue on the touch there. Oh, Henderson keeps it alive. Might have been staying in then. And it's a tame touch, but the right kind of touch at the net, which forks. But they have certainly had a large portion of control throughout these 2 sets so far. And it's Freeman trying to get the Lions back on track. So consistent last season was Freeman. Played in every game and needing his consistency right now. This is cracked off of, I say that was Pimentel. Could have been Freeman as well. They tried to close the seam there. 4-point lead. Ties their largest of the night. Henderson up for Freeman. Gets it to go from the right pin. So Besma comes on into the front row. Flop towards Collins. They clip it for Yusk in the middle. Yes, sir. It's Freeman. Comes towards Jocks. Kept alive. Freeman lets it go. And a little bit of theatrics from Freeman. So it's a 3-point set. Corey Marks requiring more explanation here from Sergio Gonzalez, second-year head coach. Had a lot of success last season with this group. They were 19-11. Set too far from Velman. And a second to breathe and reassess here if you're Rockhurst. Got plenty of control here in the established pace of both sets. Don't want to surrender control cheaply. Henderson, they look for Sebesma. Thumped down. Good pickup, though, by Spadaro. And here's Sutphin on the other end. Nestles it into the far reaches of the back row. An order restored. It's back to a 3-point set. Are you block? A scoring run and serving run is what they need. Can Sebesma here supply? They have limped their way back within 2. They drag it towards Tran. Comes off a couple of hands. It's point Vanguard in the end. They look with eager eyes now to the hands of their captain, but it's into the net. The 3-0 scoring run halted. And the center plane is Trent Massey's going to come on. And out of Shiloh, Illinois. Henderson on the quick set ball for Tran, but it's returned to sender. And Vanguard have their first lead of the set. Henderson in towards Massey on the joust. A near overpass, overkill situation. Oliver has a look, and Oliver's on target. And Corey Marks needs to have a chat. The Lions have 1 foot back in the door, and they can pull out this set 2 victory. Have not looked quite at their best, have not looked quite set in the rhythm. But have a chance to undo all those concerns here. And the rally, oh, what a pickup from Baston. A wonderful dig. Jocks for Tran, but it's charged back. Freeman finishes things off. And once again, it's a 25-22 scoreline. But flip the victor. As Plus is, it was a crunch time finish, really. Rockhurst, who were just 2 errors throughout the opening 2 frames, surrendered 4 in the last 6 points to give Vanguard the eventual 25-22 win in set number 2. And now we hit the reset button, and now perhaps we see a more composed Vanguard. They haven't looked, I won't say afraid of the moment by any means, but haven't looked their sharpest. A breather, Baston, back in the back row. There's the Hawks for 3 successive sets now. Draw first blood. That's Velman. Good recovery in the end from Henderson, as well as Velman on the pickup. Oh, calling it on the back row there. As Henderson dropped back to swing that one. And Logan Freeman steps up to serve. Deliver towards Collins. High lift for Sutphin. He says, thank you very much. Spadaro. Slash towards Baitlocks. Hitting .615 as the sophomore. As that one is got well under it at Veldman. Taken back towards the hands of Yusk. This is off the net. The look towards Oliver. Smacked off the shoulder there of Spadaro. Marcus Abesma back up to bat. Led the decisive run to close set number 2. And it is the gentlest of touches to breach the double block which came to greet him. Smart kill there from Lucas Tran. Will Sutphin steps up to serve. And towards Baston. And Pimentel.
Serving number 12, Henderson.
4 serving 5. Jocks for Tran. Full backhand almost against that ball as Freeman smacks one back row. And he is in double digits now. The first time this season, the 15th time in his career. As Henderson. That was close, you know. That was very close. Lions in the end surrender the free pass. Out of the back sticks was Sutphin. Good recovery by Freeman. Lions trying to get set defensively. Here comes Spadaro. And it's at Veldman's ankles before he can even crouch down to reach it. Seven serving 6. Close to the net. Oliver. And DeRoy delivers emphatically. Second kill of the night on his 5 swings. He was ranked in the top 10 last season in hitting percentage. At .453. That one off the blocks. Matthew Pimentel. Back-to-back faults. Jocks. And Tran is off target for the 7th time here tonight. He's remained clumped in the negatives despite having some big momentum kills as he steps off here for the time being. Trent Massey checks on to occupy the back row now for Rockhurst. Run it through the middle. Now the look for Freeman for VU. And Spadaro Loose back. And out of Lincoln Memorial, a team who was predicated around the others in the IVA. That one is knuckled across. Really good eye and patience there. Started with a communication from Basin. That ball had plenty of airtime. Sometimes you can just overthink it a bit. With the right connection to set up the set. Set up the eventual kill. Vanguard now out in front. And it's an ace. And Vanguard now with their largest lead of the night at 3. They spin it towards Sutphin. Switch up on the approach. Henderson. Well, that had kill written all over it. And for the first time tonight, the Lions force the media. The first to 15, they lead by 4. They're a large. Makes another switch. Tyler Zapay will step on, the 6'4" sophomore in the St. Louis, Missouri. They ice Vanguard from the service line and bring their way back within 3. Okay, a regular last season for these Hawks. First minutes of the season is Sebesma. Sneaks one into the gap. All fell apart for first touch of the game for Zapay there. The set came towards his fellow Hawk, but the cut shot cut too far. 5-point lead, the largest of the night now for the blue and gold. Overpass. It's Oliver for Henderson on the quick set. Pimentel picked that out. And Henderson will, the touch from Oliver, they work it to the right pin. It's Freeman, Zapay, and Tran. 4 hits for Rockhurst. And they're down big. Lions ready to crack into the red zone. Coach Marks with 2 timeouts still left in hand. Sebesma. Too far. The blood, it appears. He's going to get looked at here by Darren Voigt. It's, well, an unofficial timeout, which is perhaps what Rockhurst really need here. Vanguard are occupied with the perspiration in the middle of hardwood. And a long extended break. Both these teams, as we mentioned, in their season openers. We talked about the road trip for Rockhurst, who have their hands full really to start this season. 3 games in 4 days. That includes, obviously, Vanguard here tonight. Then it's a look at some of the best in the West. We got J.J. Johnson also helping out in the middle of the hardwood. So it must be that, it must have been Oliver not only cut J.J. Big up to J.J. folks. I don't know how familiar you are with Vanguard Athletics, but J.J. Johnson, been here for a long time, was a men's basketball player, now working with the athletic staff alongside us here, and he's doing the dirty work. But yeah, it must have been a cut. I wonder if it was Oliver to the face with the ball, or if it was Oliver who perhaps took a whack to the lip. He's still having a look with Darren Voigt. No, it's not the lip. It looks like it's the nose, actually. Fortunately, his first touch in his first ever game is a miscue in serve receive. Lead trimmed down to 5. Better pass this time from LeBoy. Gets it back and spills one down on the line shot. And it's all smiles and applause from the Vanguard bench. Lions in the red zone. With Cole Oliver still not back in the fold. That is back-to-back points now for LeBoy. You have to imagine is absolutely buzzing. Obviously, played in the fall like all these guys. But in your first real game, throwing to the 5, he's getting plenty of touches. He is feeding off the energy. That's Freeman. And that is slam. Here comes Freeman. Cracked off of Collins. On the lift. Different approach. And a better approach this time from Lucas Tran. The 3-0 Lion flame is extinguished. And perhaps a chance for Tran now to exert himself from the service line. It's in towards Baston. Henderson crouching down on the set. Gets down low. The knee's still working for the... In set counts, it's just too far from LeBoy.
Still set point for Vanguard.
Vanguard defend their first set point here. Aaron DeRoy ready to approach on the serve. Henderson, back set, Freeman. On to set 4. It was as comfortable as it could be. The home side showing out in full force. Logan Freeman, who leads all scorers, picks up his 15th kill to finish the deal here on opening night after they took set number 3 with some command, 25-16. They hit a blistering 680 in the set, just one attack error on the 18 kills. In contrast, Rockhurst, they were 5 kills, 4 errors on 18 swings, hitting sub 100. So got to be up to the visitors now to elevate the level. Just feels like after moments of set number 2 when they really lost control of their lead, they haven't quite bounced back, haven't quite looked settled. And the strike is lined off the blocks. Jocks back to serve, the junior who was in many ways a veteran presence, really one of the older players in the squad last season in a young group of 19 in the inaugural year, as that one is flashed past the outstretched hands. No chance of popping that one back up. This here is the man who laid waste to Rockhurst in set number 3. Really gets the better of Collins there on the serve. The swing from Sutphin. 8 kills lead the way for the Hawks here. Fortunately for him, he launches that one a bit too far. As Grant Veldman has a look from 30 paces. Into the net. 25th service error of the night here for Vanguard. Rockhurst have conjured up 9 of their own. Scratch that, make that 10. Cracking the nose, and he is back up and running. And so far, the story of service errors is a big hulking gasp there from Corey Marks. His team, who haven't erred too much here tonight, piling them up alongside Vanguard here to start the 4th set. That is quick to action there from Jocks as Rockhurst go out of system. Now in the approach, that's Sutphin. He sends one off a line to pull Rockhurst out in front. And a ginger touch to the cap. Lead him for this long-lasting road trip, as we talked about. It's Concordia tomorrow for the Hawks at 5 p.m. Then Sunday at UCSD, 7 p.m. All these times Pacific time, by the way, for all our Missouri listeners. And it's University of Hawaii next week. Back-to-back games. I mean, they are taking off the trip. The time that conference slate starts, if you're Rockhurst, as Freeman finds the kill. 7-6. Freeman 4 kills away now from a new career high. Pimentel into the net. Nathan Jocks is back. Jocks on the back set shot for Spadaro. They work it on the big, gentle tip shot. Collins keeps it alive and based it on the pass. Here come Vanguard going the other way. Popped across, Sutphin, kept by Oliver. And Henderson goes quickly there. It was a really good adjustment to send out the toe from Jocks, but in the end, it's Vanguard. And the trifecta of Hawks just waiting to send that one the other way. The pass always going to go against Vanguard to try to break through from that angle as Henderson walks into Gonzalez. Sergio Gonzalez, that is, the down ref. Vanguard, as we mentioned, has a very short string before they get things going. Trying to talk things out defensively. And Feldman bells them out. The long serve. Yusk into the net. Marcus Abesma ready to go. Basin rotated out to give extra force there in that front line. Abesma just off target. Serve. Gentle, it's Pimentel. Poked and prodded. Seems like Vanguard have worked out chinks in the armor. Think about sets 1 and 2. They really struggled to get any clean looks through the Rockhurst front row. It's not been the case so far here in the latter 2 sets. Henderson backs. Rolling serve from Henderson. Tran. And hopefully that can get him going here. His 6th kill tonight on his 23rd swing. And you've seen him make adjustments. He was primarily getting going from the right pin to start things off. From that left side, he has been trying every switch up. Working him off the high ends if he has to. Oliver. On target and then some. Melts it past the defensive line, and Vanguard force the media. 15-11, the home side trying to close things out. of the back. Neither team has actually burned their timeout before the media here across the 4 sets so far, as Vanguard hold on to a 4-point lead here inside the Fried Center on opening night. See what Rockhurst can deliver. They're not ready. And they, unfortunately, or fortunately, I should say, are not punished. We're seeing a lot of, well, I'm seeing a lot of firsts here. There you see the foot over the line and the service we saw in set number 1. We've seen a lot of firsts here. That one goes against the freshman. Focused on competing, on preparing the right way, and controlling what they can control. Trying to control the lines. They'll have to do it with Grant Dvorak, who's unable to send one across the plane. Been brought on really holistically to serve tonight. Hasn't struck gold quite yet in the serving substitutions. That is a thumper and an ace from Nathan Jocks, his second of the night. He was a player last year, did not get his serving form really until late February, had 1 service ace in his first 13 games and finished the year with 22 of them. Jocks on the pick. And it is terminated by Lucas Tran. Nice swing from Massey. They look for Sutphin. Finds his mark in the back row. 17 all. It's Jocks, the back set for Sutphin. And Freeman. And it seems to be that there is no stopping Logan Freeman here on opening night. His debut in the 2026 season tallies him up to 18 kills. 6 digs, he's hitting .708. Doing his best impression of a middle blocker out there. Sebesma rotates back to serve. 20 serving 18. Jousting and a hand across the net there. Go against the freshman in Pimentel. Sutphin. Veltman, second try again from this right pin. Just missed the outstretched hands. Anderson's serving run continues. And there, my friends, is our first commentator's curse of the 2026 Vanguard men's volleyball season. My apologies. There's Rockhurst here, call for time. They're down by 2. Vanguard 3 away from closing out the win here in opening.